What is going on, HVAC Network? This is Mike. Today we will be bringing you the first video that we will be posting on HVAC Network's Facebook page. This will also be going on YouTube and TikTok. The links will be in the description. If you guys want to follow, share, do anything you want with this video, just make sure it gets somewhere. We're going to be going over the necessary essential tools that you will be needing in your service bag in order to be successful in HVAC. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go over the hand tools first. I feel like the hand tools will be nice and quick. So let's get started. Number one, we will be needing a 6-in-1 screwdriver. I have two of them for two different reasons, so follow with me. I have one, I like the Milwaukee 11-in-1, 13-in-1 actually, because it's got a few more bits on it that we don't necessarily use, but it's just nice to have just in case. It's got your stereotypical two different size Phillips heads and two different size flat heads on it. It's got the quarter-inch nut driver on it, two sides. It's got the 5/16 nut driver on it. It's also got your electrician's flathead. It's got two different size square bits, another 1/4-inch nut driver, and then I love this, okay? This is a 3/8 nut driver on a 13-in-1, okay? This 3/8 nut driver comes in handy, especially when you're getting into blower assemblies. You're trying to take the bracket off of a blower assembly because you're doing a cleaning or something. You don't really necessarily want to go back out to the truck to get a 3/8 bit to take the bracket off. You have this on your 13-in-1, you just pull it out of your bag and just start using it. The reason I have two of them, because this one comes with a locking cap remover and a Schrader core tool. This is handy just because the locking caps that my company uses are the take the Schrader core tool to remove them. I don't necessarily need another one for this. I just happen to have this 6-in-1 and it had the Schrader core, so I just put it in my bag so it's nice and easy to get to. Another thing that I keep in my bag that I feel like is essential to everyone is a set of adjustable pliers, okay? These are essential because I feel like they're just really easy to get to. They can fit right in your service bag, and you can work on any type of gas line with them depending on what size plier you get, okay? I don't like the blue handle because I feel like the jaws wear out a lot quicker on those than the crescent do. And I find that I struggle getting a grip on the pipe when I am using the blue handle. The crescent wrenches, they catch right away. Doesn't matter what position you're in. So I recommend getting the crescent wrench adjustable pliers just because of that due fact that they are very easy to use and that the jaws last for a very long time on them. I've had they look new, I know, I do use them, but I just had to get a new pair just because the jaws wore out on my blue set. Another thing that I feel like is essential, and it's not essential to everybody, but it is essential to me, and I am here to spill my knowledge over to you. I always keep extra bits in my service bag. The reason being, okay, if I lose a bit on my 6-in-1, I always have another one, okay? There's multiple different sizes, there's multiple different types of bits on this one. I will try to find the link to this in the description and put it in the description. I bought this on Amazon for I think $5, $6. It has saved my life a couple times, and there are definitely a few bits on here that I use more frequently than others to open up gas valves. But this is definitely essential, and I recommend you having one in your service bag as well. And I love how small the carrying case is because it fits right in an empty space in my service bag. Another thing that I keep in my service bag is there are two things here. They kind of go with the same topic, so I'll just go over both of them at the same time. One being a set of wire strippers. These are essential to everybody, whether you're an installer, whether you are a service technician, or whether you are a maintenance technician. The blades never have went out on me yet, and I have never sharpened these, but yet they still cut through every single wire that I get out on. I've had these for 2 years. The only thing that I've ever had to do to them is WD-40, just so I make sure that they move nice and good and that they're working smoothly. These specifically come with a wire crimper, and then they also come with a wire sizer, so you can know what type of wire you are working on. And I personally I like the wire sizer just so I can assure that I am hooking up the right wire if I have to replace something to the manufacturing specification on that piece of equipment. But definitely essential. The next piece is a pair of channel lock wire cutters. Now, you new guys out there, when you start getting out in the field and the guys ask you to go grab a pair of dikes or give them a pair of dikes, these are dikes, okay? They do not call them wire strippers out in the field, wire cutters out in the field. These are dikes, okay? When I first started working and somebody asked me for a pair of dikes, I was completely clueless. So I'm here to help you, okay? These are a pair of dikes. So when they ask you about it, you know exactly what you're looking for. They are wire cutters to everybody else, okay? So get you a pair of dikes. I personally like the channel lock ones just because they've lasted me such a long time. The blue handle, okay. Like I said, the only thing that I've needed to do is WD-40, and then I'll clean my tools off just because I don't like them looking all rusty and everything like that. The next tool is, I know that they make a drill attachment for this. I have not bought it yet, okay? But this is essentially the exact same thing, just in a hand tool form. This is a nut driver that has almost every single size that you need in the HVAC trade, okay? It's got a 5/16 bit. It's got a 9/16 bit. It's got a 3/8 bit. It's got a 1/4 inch bit. It's got a 7/16 bit. It's got a, let me see here. It's got an 11/32 bit. It's got a 1/2 inch bit. It's got every single bit that you will possibly need, okay? I use this thing a lot to get out compressor screws that hold the compressor to the cabinet of the air conditioner. And I also use this a lot for blower assemblies as well. This is an important tool. Like I said, you can get a drill attachment for it with the exact same thing. I just need to buy it. Not last but not least, we still have 2 more tools, and I will go over them both right now. 3 more tools actually. Next, get a set of bore brushes. Bore brushes come in handy for absolutely everything, okay? Cleaning the furnace out. When we are doing our maintenances, we need to be cleaning the furnace out, okay? It's one thing for us to know what we are doing, but it's another thing for the customer to see what we are doing. Okay, I don't care if you have to carry a bottle of wax on your truck and a rag. I understand that we don't have time for these certain things, but we need to start making time for our customers, okay? If we don't have enough time for our customers, maybe we need to talk to scheduling, all right? The reason I say that is we can see what's going on inside of the furnace. The customer sees what's going on outside of the furnace. It only takes an extra 30 seconds to spray down the outside of the furnace, make it smell good, do whatever you want with it, but it always helps for the customer to know that you are doing a thorough job, okay? These bore brushes come in handy for a few reasons, okay? The reasons that I see most frequently is cleaning out burner assemblies, okay? I just had a call the other day. The furnace was struggling with delayed ignition due to a dirty burner assembly. We need to be cleaning burner assemblies on every single maintenance, and I will talk to you guys about that on the furnace maintenance call video that I will be making next week, okay? I'm just going to be going through my maintenance process and what I found to be most successful for me. Like I said, burner assemblies, pressure switch ports, okay? Not pressure switches themselves, but pressure switch ports, but the hose connects to the collector box. Okay, do not be cleaning pressure switch ports out with these. All right, if your pressure switch port is dirty, just be careful. Okay, make sure you're testing your pressure switch. Okay, so bore brushes, we got that. Next will be a crescent wrench. I find the 6-inch crescent wrench being most helpful for me. Whether you're replacing a solenoid valve on a humidifier, you're taking locking caps off, it doesn't matter. This thing has been perfect for me. I don't like anything bigger, I don't like anything smaller. I just think that this has just enough punch for me to get the job done every single time. The next thing for heating season, all right, keep a lighter in your bag. Okay, I use this lighter not to check gas leaks. Don't get worried, everybody. Do not do that. Okay, do not check gas leaks with a lighter. It is a huge safety concern. I use this to check draft, all right, on 80% furnaces. If you are having an issue where your furnace is overheating, or you have a rollout issue, or anything along those lines, put a flame to the limit switch on the outside of the elbow coming off of your inducer, and see if you have draft. If the flame gets pulled into the exhaust pipe, you have adequate draft. And you can also test draft while taking your combustion analysis, but I will get into that in another video. Okay, so that is the hand tools that I keep in my bag. Now we're getting to the electrical tools. All right, I personally have the Fieldpiece SC640. The SC640, obviously you guys can have your own, but I find the SC640 to have everything that I personally need to troubleshoot, perform my maintenances, and it just makes everything easier because it has a volt and amp clamp attached to the meter itself. Everything that you'll need: volts. It has 2 different volt options for 2 different differentials. Volts DC, it has UADC, which is DC microamps. If you guys don't know what DC microamps, look it up. It is how you test a flame sensor, because I know that a lot of you don't do that. Please start doing it, and I will be going over it in my furnace maintenance video. So please tune into that if you guys do not know how to test a flame sensor. It's got a temperature reading on it. It's got capacitance. It has ohms, microfarads. It also has continuity on it. Okay, I personally like this meter because it has a movable amp clamp, just so if you're getting into tight spaces and it's not fitting this way, it'll probably fit that way or this way or that way. It doesn't really matter, especially when you're working on heat kits. There's some pretty tight heat kits out there, and it prevents you from putting yourself in a dangerous situation, perhaps getting shocked. So that is the meter that I carry on my service bag. With that meter, it comes with a few attachments. Alligator clips. If you do not have a set of these, I recommend you get a set for your particular meter or your particular lead. You take the lead off and you just clip that right into where the pin goes, and then you can use these alligator clips to check anything. All right, the next thing that I keep in my service bag, a manometer. Always keep a manometer in your service bag. And if we are not checking gas pressures on every call, tune into my furnace maintenance video and I will tell you why you need to be checking gas pressures on every call. This particular meter can also check static pressure, which is the measure of airflow between your return and your supply duct. I will also be going over a static pressure video for those of you who do not know specifications or how to check static pressure. It also has a pressure switch tester on it. All right, when you're getting into universal pressure switches, they can be a little bit tough to dial in sometimes. So I use my meter to accurately dial in the universal pressure switch to make sure that we are opening and closing at the right water column. For this particular meter, it's got two different, so you can take differentials from the inlet and the outlet side of your gas valve. But other than that, this is a very helpful tool to keep on your bag at all times. The next thing, it would definitely be, I mean, obviously your manometer hoses. You're going to need your manometer hoses. Two different types, okay? There are two different types of gas valve. You're going to have your thread in ports, and you're just going to have this this port. You just stick this over top of the port, and